So we had some interesting weather in the afternoon. I hope everyone had a great evening last night. So this is our last day. So this is day 2. And we've talked a lot about kind of like leaving stuff behind and being present in the moment, but just kind of highlighting like this is our last final day. So let's kind of be present and drink up like every minute. And so I'm going to ask you to humor me. This may feel a little cheesy, but please humor me. I just want to take a moment to kind of like get centered and grounded around the day. So I want to take 3 deep breaths together. So if you will humor me, I'll ask everyone to close their eyes. Take in a really deep breath with fresh, clean, positive air. And then breathe out. Let it go. Let any negative thoughts, anything kind of holding on, breathe it out. Okay, we're going to do another one. Breathing in. Hold it. Release it all. Okay, this is your last one. Breathing it in. Hold. Wow, I feel way more relaxed. That was good for me too. So I hope that was helpful. This is my last ask. I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to do what's called an opener. I think openers are just really helpful for kind of being centered and grounded, but also kind of taking in information, which is what we're about to do. So I'm going to ask everyone to just reach up high. Open. Reach up high. And open. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for humoring me. I think you feel refreshed. Great. So, look, we've got a great day ahead of us. So I'm super excited to kick off by introducing our keynote speaker, Christy Hefner. And then we've got a couple of great panels around data and agencies. We're going to do a few more roundtables, and then close up the content, and we'll see what the weather holds for us. If we'll be pina colading, or playing golf, or snorkeling, or kayaking in the rain. And then obviously we'll have our last fun night together. So great day ahead of us. Super excited. You're going to see a lot of me on stage. So thank you. I really could not be more excited to introduce our keynote speaker, Christy Hefner. This is really special to me. So I'm going to share some things that most people in this room probably know about Christy Hefner, and I'm going to share some things that I know you don't know that are very personal to me in my journey, in my career with Christy. So starting with, as most of you probably know, Christy Hefner was CEO of Playboy Enterprises for about 2 decades. Which made her the longest running female CEO of a public company at that time. What you may not know was that the company was extremely distressed when Christy took over at 29 years old. We had dinner last night together. I thought it was 35. 29 years old, she took over the distressed company and transformed it from a struggling magazine publisher to a global multimedia brand across cable, digital, and international licensing. So what an incredible accomplishment. So, and as a fearless advocate of women, 40% of the management team were women. So she was really very much ahead of her time around female leadership and diversity. Christy's won a number of accolades. My favorite one is won Fortune's 100 Most Powerful Women in the World. Since then, she has transformed multiple other companies. That was kind of the start, including Canyon Ranch. And today she sits on a number of boards across a very broad range of industries, everything from digital and marketing and publishing to cannabis and public good. So she sat on our board as well. So really a broad range. She is a fearless advocate for First Amendment rights, for women in entrepreneurship, and health and wellness. So that's the Christy that you can read about online. And then I want to share kind of my journey with Christy. So a mutual friend introduced us, gosh, it was like a decade ago. We were trying to figure out last night, like, is that like a decade ago? So a mutual friend introduced us and we had lunch. And I was just starting public good. There was no advertising, there was no revenue model. I was really passionate about building a premium publisher network where you could make the news actionable. So you read a story about a thing and you're like, oh, what can I do to make a difference? And there's a take action button at the bottom of it. And so Christy and I met for lunch and I talked about what I was trying to build. And she said, I support women entrepreneurs and I'm gonna help you. She walked me into Hearst magazines, into Forbes, and a number of publishers, and that was just the start. Shortly after that, she joined our board. And as board member, we met, I think, twice a month for years. And what was absolutely incredible to me was that regardless of the topic, Christy's advice and counsel was invaluable. Dan and I would talk about, what should we talk to Christy about? She could help with this, or help with that. No matter what we talked about, it was just so helpful. And the eloquent thing is that Christy is willing to have the hard conversations, but she does it in the softest, most eloquent way that you can imagine. So it lands, and it's super helpful. One of those, I was debating whether I was going to share this on stage or not, but when we first launched our brand advertising model, I was all excited, like, Christy, you got these major brands, it's so awesome, blah, blah. But there were like these tiny little revenue campaigns, and she's like, okay, that's great, Melissa, but like, how are you going to build a $100 million business on these tiny test and learn campaigns? What is your strategy to drive growth and revenue? It's like, right, obvious, okay. And then we figured out the pricing strategy. So moving forward, as a founder of a startup, ultimately we wanted to become part of a broader organization, to really scale and have the firepower to grow. And so today I'm here, and we're a part of the ad.com family. Like literally and figuratively, I would not be here today without Christy. We almost were acquired 3 years ago and I fell through, and she was with us every step of the way, and I'm here today, and I'm part of the ad.com family because of Christy Hunter, and so I'm incredibly grateful. My gift to you, I've shared how incredibly helpful and supportive Christy has been to me over the last decade. My gift to you is that she's going to spend the next 30 minutes with you. She's going to talk about brand and strategy and marketing and share her insights and expertise. And later we're also doing a women's power lunch, which will be awesome. But I could not be more excited. Help me in welcoming Christy to the stage